What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Hot Commodity and C, joined by my friend and co-host.
My name is Christian, back here again. I was here for the full gear, and now I'm here for this. So let's talk about Raw, War Games. Recording this a little later, but War Games is just right around the corner, and I'm fucking excited. Now that we know what's going on, kinda.
Yeah. We're taping this before SmackDown, so we kind of have like an idea. There's probably not going to be any changes at this point, but who knows? They made Santos and Carlito last week. So yes, as Christian mentioned, we are covering WWE Monday Night Raw for November 20th, 2023, live in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Never been. I wonder if the Rapids are grand. Dad joke. Haha. So we start out the night with Drew McIntyre standing in the ring. And Drew says, I will talk and you will listen. It sounds like the people are upset about what happened last week, which we saw Drew McIntyre attack Jey Uso and join forces with Judgment Day. It doesn't mean he's going to go over that in a minute. He says, I've been called a backstabber, but I'm the same person. If you turned on me, that's on you. You never were a fan anyways. I don't care what you think. He says, I gave Jay something he didn't give me when he attacked me from behind. I did it to his face. He talks about Clash at the Castle, where because of Jey Uso, he lost to Roman Reigns. And he says that his family had to watch him cry and see him upset. And that after, he left England, he says, your family took that opportunity for me to be champion in England. Has Drew McIntyre joined the Judgment Day? I have not. I will be on their team at War Games, however. He says, Rhea gave me Jey Uso in a steel cage. Jay, your ass belongs to me. Jey Uso comes out. Jay says, Drew McIntyre needs to let it go. How about you catch this yeet down? Which I'm over this whole yeet thing. It was funny when he got drunk. That was funny as fuck. But it kind of needs
right.
So then Judgment Day come out and stay on the apron behind Drew. World champion Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, and Cody Rhodes run down. And Adam Pearce runs down as well with a bunch of guards. He says, no one will
He just
fight.
blocked me on Twitter.
Adam Pearce blocked you on Twitter. Dude,
on
why?
Thanksgiving. On Thanksgiving. I have the proof right here.
Oh my God. Adam Pearce, I did nothing to you, sir. Don't hate on me. What happened? Oh my God. What did you do? What happened, Christian Morales?
Look who else just blocked me.
Ryback. Okay. Why did I'm curious about Adam Pearce?
Okay, so Adam Pearce, by the way, I think I enjoy him. I think he's entertaining. So it's nothing. It was nothing. He just didn't have a sense of humor to my comment. He posted a picture of Nick Aldis and him doing like a face to face.
Yeah.
And I replied, I was like, damn, Adam Pearce really looking like Johnny Sins today.
Johnny Sins.
He's a porn star.
Oh my God.
And he blocked me. That's the only interaction I've ever had with him. So that has to be the reason. And he blocked. I woke up Thanksgiving morning and I was blocked.
Well, Adam Pearce. Let me look. Can I look at Johnny Sins? I want
look up Johnny Sins.
Because I was gonna say, but I don't like to talk about facts. Johnny Sins.
He's a porn star.
Hear my laugh. He kind of does. Let me see if they can see it. That kind of looks like Adam Pearce to Christian. He kind of resembles Ryback too.
Oh,
and Nick Hogan at this point.
Ryback blocked me because I asked if he was gonna cry if CM Punk came.
Look, no, Christian. Here's a better one of Adam Pearce. And his too.
No, yeah. So Adam Pearce, aka Johnny Sins, has me blocked on Twitter. But yeah, sorry to interrupt you guys.
No, well, that's okay. So Johnny Sins comes out and says no one will fight. He says you four need to pick a 15 member by the end of tonight. And by 9 p.m., I need to find out who will compete one-on-one for the advantage at War Games. So There's been speculation. We'll get to that later. Um, there's really not much to talk about here except, Drew just explaining why he attacked. Did you like his explanation?
No, I thought I look. This might be a little, but it's. I thought we were getting like I don't know how to explain it. Right, with like Adam Pearce is doing a good job of like building up like the War Games match as a general manager, but he's sort of the shit out of me, which is kind of why I don't care if he has me blocked. I'm kind of pissed at him anyway. I thought we were gonna get like a brand war because he teased it with Nick Aldis, but we didn't get it. So I mean, but he's good. Nothing really much to say about these segments. I think what happens later on is what we should talk about more.
I want to ask you something while it's on my mind. This happens later on in the show, but we'll talk about it now. We did see Nick Aldis backstage on Raw, and Pierce is like, "Let's talk," and they never went back to that. I wonder what that is all about.
Maybe we'll find out tonight.
Interesting. Okay.
Maybe Adam
Right.
Pearce will be on SmackDown tonight.
I wish there was, since they did the draft, I wish that they did do a sort of, I do miss the elimination matches, although they are long, but I want Ant to experience War Games, so I'm excited for it to happen. Before we talk about our next match, we go backstage to the Judgment Day locker room, and Damian Priest tells Rhea Ripley that since he's the leader, Rhea should have told him about Drew McIntyre teaming with them at War Games. Damian Priest says he thinks Damian Priest he should be defending in the match for the advantage, and Rhea says that they need to talk about it all together. So we'll get there in a moment. First match: Raquel Rodriguez versus Nia Jax. It was a good match. There's a lot of decent action. I like seeing Raquel's Hurricane Rana to Nia Jax. But the ending came. Raquel continues to try to lift up Nia Jax, but her leg gives out twice, and Nia hits the Annihilator to get the win. Why are they making Raquel look so weak? She's a former NXT Women's Champion.
Listen, I've said that I don't like repeating myself when we talk about matches, but Raquel, I want her to be baby or a fucking heel already.
I know.
Big, she's tough. She could be serious threat, but they continue to make her look weak. She loses every single match she's in. This match didn't interest me too much because of the two that were in it, even though I think Raquel is like the most perfect fucking Latina of all time. I don't know. Like, the match was okay. I kind of thought it was going to be a squash match, and it kind of wasn't, but you knew who was going to win. They haven't done much with Nia Jax since they brought her back. So I don't know what they're gonna do with her, but I think it was an okay match. It's just Raw's a 3-hour show, so they gotta fill in those spots with that mid card. Raw has like a mid card women's, like SmackDown doesn't really have that.
No, they don't.
Raw has like those, so like they're like mid carding, which is why I think they should have a mid card title.
To your point, I do agree. Raquel should be a heel, but with the monster of a heel that they have in Rhea Ripley on Raw, they're not going to make another monster heel for Raw. Yeah. But Nia Ant's here too as well. He mentioned Nia Jax, but Nia Jax is a heel, but Rhea Ripley is like through planet Mars now. Like she's on top of everything right now. Hubba bubba. But I think if Raquel went to SmackDown and became a heel, she would be the top heel on SmackDown. It would really sort of rejuvenate that division there, because you just said there's really not much of a division on SmackDown. But yeah, I agree. I do like seeing Nia Jax back. I do like her, but something needs to happen here with Nia. She's just sort of thrown in as being this top girl, but she lost to Rhea. Moving on, Drew McIntyre is finally backstage with the Judgment Day, and Drew says, "I don't like the Judgment Day," and Damian says, "Well, we don't like you either." Priest tells Drew, "Show us your worth. If you want to have the match tonight, you go out there and you get the advantage." So Priest is sort of like, "All right, fine, you got this." We'll find out later if that was a smart choice, but do you think I guess this is a dumb question because it's not that important. But with Priest being so mad and wanting to be the leader, was this smart for him to not push himself more? He wants them to know he's not crazy, but he was so determined to, get that advantage match. Then he just quickly was like, all right, fine, prove yourself.
So I tweeted this out. I think Judgment Day is somehow, some way, either gonna turn on Damian Priest or gonna get Damian Priest to leave. Something's gonna happen with that side of Judgment Day, but I still think they're gonna end up winning the War Games match. But Damian Priest, I don't know why he would give up. First off, I don't. Rhea and them are gonna give him the title, the leader, but we all know Rhea. Why is Rhea calling the shots? Why was Rhea the one to handshake Drew McIntyre when he joined? Why wasn't it Damian Priest? Rhea's not even involved in the match. She has her own match. Why is she? They told Damian Priest he'd have the control, the leadership of the men's, but Rhea's out here the one recruiting. Rhea's out here the one giving the suggestions.
Rhea should be in the
make
match.
sense in my opinion.
Put her in it.
It does not make that much sense. That part does not make that much sense to me.
Well, I think it's just trying to show you, like you said, the underlying issues between the group, and that, although Priest thinks that he is the leader, he clearly isn't. It's Rhea.
And last month they kept making an account of saying the Judgment Day doesn't have leaders; it's everybody.
That's bullshit.
And then
it's Rhea Ripley.
Leaders, so something's gonna happen.
Well, I think again, it's the idea of they're not on the same page. One person thinks they're all the leader. Damian thinks he's the leader, but the way Rhea subdued him was saying, "Yeah, you're the leader. You're the leader of the War Games match."
I think Rhea might leave Judgment Day with Drew.
See, I can't see Drew. I truly don't think Drew goes on a team.
I don't think he's going to go on the team. I think it's just going to be Drew and Rhea.
You think she's going to leave?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I could see Drew and Rhea being like a couple.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I feel like it would have to be down the line, though. They have to wrap up this. She can't just leave Judgment Day like nothing, like bye. Like, she's invested so much into it. Oh, yeah, of course.
This is the beginning of the end.
Of course. So, moving on, yes, that should be the name of the Survivor Series, beginning of the end. So we see Jey Uso with his, I call them the face team. He wants to face Drew. They all agree. And then Cody says, I have an old friend that can help me. And I looked right at here. And I said, what'd I tell you? I said, it's Randy Orton. I knew it.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Randy Orton. Do you have any thoughts on Jay? I asked you about Drew competing. I mean, this is kind of evident it was going to be Jay versus Drew. But my question is, and I always say this, I hate when they touch before a match. They're building this up like Drew's like, I get Jay in a cage. I can't wait. But it's like, no, you get him on Raw and then you get him in a cage. Like, it's like, so it kind of defeats why he would want to. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think they should have waited for Jay and Drew?
Yeah, because, I mean, yes and no, right? Yes, because there's so much story animosity towards that Drew has towards Jay, but at the same time they're gonna do something with Randy and Jay first because I think that's what they want to lean more. Can you see me still?
Yes. Can I ask something? Because you just brought something to mind. Did you see the back and forth, the post? There's definitely something going on. Jay posted a picture during Thanksgiving. It's him with, for people who haven't seen it, a backdrop, a poster of the bloodline with all their names on it, and he goes, those were the days. Drew McIntyre writes, see, you guys forgave him, but clearly there's something up. So if you go, I think it's on X, Jey Uso bloodline picture. You might want to, and let me see if I can find it too. He just posted it. X Jey Uso bloodline. Let's see. Thanksgiving. Let me look at Thanksgiving. Let's see. As I look it up. God, I can't see it. I'll have to find it. I'll find it but it's a picture of him. He's standing behind a picture of the bloodline. He's like, those were the days. And
Oh yeah, I saw that.
you saw that, right?
Yes.
Oh, here it is. Okay. So let me see if I can find the tweet. Experience tweet. I found it. I don't know if it's basically it's a picture of him with a bloodline. And he says, when times were good. Here's the picture.
When times were good.
When times
Yeah, I saw that.
It's him with the tiger.
Whoa, your hair got mega long.
Yeah. That's it. You just saw your hair, Christian. Drew says you couldn't make it up, and some people have the nerve to challenge my attitude towards him. Ooh. Something in the fan. All right, let's talk about this match. Becky Lynch taking on Xia Li. Becky's finally getting her hands on Xia. This is a good match. A lot of the fans were, pumped for Xia Li. Becky Lynch got the win after a manhandle slam. After the match, Damage Control arrived through the crowd, but Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, and Shotzi attack. There's a bunch of security guards out to separate the teams. This is just sort of a way to get Becky on TV, and I like Xia Li too. She was good. What did you think of the match? And I mean, there's really nothing to talk about. It was just a pull apart fight. Obviously, we're going to see Becky, Charlotte, Shotzi, and Bianca on SmackDown tonight. But what do you think?
I just, like you said, they're just trying to find little ways to throw Becky Lynch on TV. I don't know. I think they should have done Cargill. I mean, right? For storylines, it makes sense. For storylines, it makes sense. But if you're gonna just have Becky on TV every single week, like, to me, she's gonna start winding down, and she's starting to wind down. Like, she did her thing with NXT, whatever. But, like, I don't know. To me, she's starting to get boring, and she just didn't have to come.
I agree. I was expecting somebody different for the team, but like you said, for storyline purposes, they have to. I mean, this started last year kind of at WarGames, so it's like, wrap it up. I get it. Let's wrap that up. We see Ludwig Kaiser backstage telling Giovanni Vinci to stay backstage for this next match. We have Johnny Gargano with Ciampa taking on Ludwig Kaiser. This is a good match. I'm a big fan of Gargano. Kaiser hits a DVD.
He also has me blocked on Twitter.
Gargano? Christian!
No, wait, does he?
Oh my God.
Keep going, my man.
That's okay. I'm shocked. So then Giovanni Vinci comes down and Kaiser yells at him.
Wow, I'm surprised. No, he does not.
And that distraction from Kaiser, I'm from Giovanni Vinci allows Johnny Gargano to hit the one final beat, and Johnny Gargano beats Ludwig Kaiser. What'd you think?
I mean, we're definitely gonna see an Imperium split up soon. Because I'll talk more about it when we see the next segment, but between them, but yeah, they're gonna split up.
Something's gonna happen. Next we see Zoey Stark and Shayna Baszler sitting in the Judgment Day's room. Rhea Ripley approaches. She's pissed. Zoey says, "You're focused on everything else but me." Rhea says, "You will get your beating at Survivor Series." And Zoey Stark says, "Good. That's just the way I like it." So, I mean, we already know Zoey's not going to win, but maybe she'll put up a good fight.
Or maybe there'll be interference.
She's so boring.
I
know. I was talking to a lot of people on Twitter. They think Zoe's actually going to win. She's not at all.
No. I would like to see. Can I tell you what I like to see? I'm sorry to cut you off, but this just came on my mind.
Go ahead.
Ant was asking me who could beat Rhea. Maybe Shayna could beat her because Rhea beat Shayna back in NXT for the title. Maybe Shayna wants to finish that up.
I would like to see that more.
But go ahead.
Shayna was a beast in NXT. The thing with Shayna was a beast in NXT.
Yes.
The thing about
Go ahead.
No, it's just Zoey Stark's just I don't know. She's good, but she just doesn't have a chance.
Well, I will let all the people you're fighting with know that I agree with you. Zoey is not winning this.
I wasn't fighting. I was just hearing. Like I heard some people say.
I don't know, brother. I don't know. We next have a fatal four-way number one contenders tag match. Ivy, Nyla, and Maxine Dupree versus Natalya and Tegan Knox versus Kaden Carter and Katana Chance and Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. I fast forward through this one, to be honest, because this is like my pee break moment of the night. Tegan and Natalya got the win. I did see some of Maxine Dupree's moves. She looked pretty good in the ring. So it's going to be Tegan and Natalya versus Chelsea Green and Piper Niven down the line. And Natalya's going to be champion. And so happy that Natalya is going to be champion again. What do you think?
Natalya? she gave me a heart on Instagram. Shout out to Natalya.
I love Natalya. Ant picked Natalya to win the Royal Rumble last year. That's like his chick. So
oh my lord.
I love
Sorry, Natalya. I love you because you send me a heart on Twitter or on Instagram, but I don't love you that much. No, again, like I said, I love Chelsea Green. She's the only thing in this shit that keeps me invested in watching it. But this shit isn't interesting. Those two haven't defended those women's tag team titles in forever. I kind of hope they get rid of it. I mean, I'm just not a fan of women's wrestling at all.
I know.
I'm very open about it.
I feel you. Well, we only got a couple of minutes, so let's cover this quick promo, and then we'll go over our thoughts. We had the Intercontinental Champion Gunther in the ring with The Miz, and pretty much like The Miz cuts a promo about how like he always wanted to be a wrestler, and he loves guys like Bret Hart, Mr. Perfect, Shawn Michaels. Those are real like superstars. Gunther comes out and basically says that you're a weirdo. He basically says that you were bullied backstage when you got to meet those superstars that you loved growing up with. And he just basically, the same promo, I'm going to destroy you. But Miz ends up low blowing Gunther and hits the skull crushing finale, gets the advantage into Survivor Series. He's probably not going to win. But I feel like they're going to have a good match. I think this is the match that the Miz needs to show us that he's got. But with 2 minutes remaining, let me know your thoughts.
I wasn't a big fan of this promo, right? I was shocked. The Miz is usually pretty good. I know Gunther isn't the best, but I thought he would have been better. But I'm more excited for their match. The Miz just says the same shit every time, right? I've been in this business for 20 years. I made event at WrestleMania. I beat John Cena. Blah 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 blah. Mm-hmm. We hear it every time, but we'll see tomorrow.
We will see. Yes. Well, we will see you guys right back. We're going to take our first break of the night. When we come back, we're going to cover Shinsuke Nakamura against Chad Gable and the Survivor Series Advantage. Drew McIntyre versus Jey Uso. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back. You're still checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm still your host, the Hot Commodity and C, joined by my friend.
I'm still Christian, and I forget where we left off. But
we left off right after we were talking about, you gave your thoughts on how you felt that you didn't really like this promo between Gunther and The Miz. The Miz says the same shit. I agree, though. I really do.
Yeah.
Could have done a bit more for them. But since we're at the halfway point, let me just remind everybody to check us out on YouTube. Just search the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. Hit the subscription bell as well as the notification bell to stay notified when new content is created. Give us a like and a comment and let us know what are your thoughts on this episode of Raw. If you don't check us out on YouTube, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and wherever you get your podcasts. Stay tuned for more stuff. So, yes, we are on our next match. We have Chad Gable with American Alpha taking on Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke has been taking these promos the past couple of weeks where he's like, I know who you are. I'm waiting for you to come. People keep thinking it's CM Punk. I doubt it.
I just can't wait till this is all over with so they can shut up about it.
Yeah, they say this every time they go to Chicago. But this is a decent match between Nakamura and Gable. The end came when Nakamura tosses Gable into the exposed turnbuckle, and Nakamura rolls up Gable. Who do you think Nakamura is talking to?
I was originally introduced to the Carnival line of products.
There's rumors that it's Okada. Do you know who Okada is?
Yes.
Apparently,
Yes.
Okada is interested in WWE, or WWE is interested in Okada.
That
So maybe it's Okada.
that would be good. That would be good.
But if it's not Okada, I have no fucking idea.
Is Okada's contract up?
The subjects continue to be isolate, gain more muscle, lost more body fat over an 8-week period. Provides a high quality amino acid profile.
It's not clear.
Okada. Yeah, I know.
It's just this year. It's this year.
And
But he said he won't be leaving New Japan, but it's this year. It's not. They won't specify it.
okay, I heard about them wanting Okada. He would be a good addition. Obviously, a Japanese wrestler and with good ability. He fought Omega, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And Danielson at
He
Forbidden
does
Door.
the cool rutting dive into the audience.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
He's a shit out there.
Interesting. We'll see. We'll see. Well, speaking of the shit, we have our WarGames Advantage match. Drew McIntyre taking on Jey Uso. This didn't do it for me. The only thing that was kind of cool was when Drew McIntyre fucking flung Jey Uso over the announce table. But the end came after a neck breaker and a Claymore to Drew McIntyre. The bad guys, Judgment Day, Drew McIntyre, have the advantage. They always do this with the WarGames match. The heels usually get the advantage.
Yeah.
After the match, Judgment Day attacks Jay, but then Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, and Sami Zayn run down and attack. And then Cody says, "I'm so glad you have the advantage. We are not alone. We found someone I have legacy, and with us, we have an apex predator." And I thought Randy Orton was going to come out, and it was going to be a big thing, a big reveal, but that was it. He says, "We have an apex predator," and the show goes off. It's all signs to Randy Orton. So, I mean, it'll be really shitty if he doesn't show up. But what do you think of Orton being involved in WarGames as his first match back? He's been gone for a year, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I think Randy's going to come, and I think he's going to somehow turn on Jey Uso because he's the reason why Jay had to be out in the first place. So I think he turns on Jay. By the looks of his face, Jay's kind of like, oh shit.
Yes.
But I thought he was gonna come out too. They were in Missouri. They were not too far from his hometown, St. Louis. So I thought he was gonna come out, but he didn't. But the pop's gonna be good when he comes back. But I think Judgment Day wins the match, and I think Randy RKO's the shit out of Jey Uso.
I just feel like for me, I would have liked it better if he just appeared for the match, because now we're kind of left with we're excited, but I mean it's almost it's almost like if you knew the Undertaker was coming back before he did, or it kind of ruins the big shock of it, especially without him showing his face, So
right,
yeah.
And they didn't say his name technically. I was just saying they didn't really fully technically say his name either.
And I wonder why they're doing that. That's not normal for them to sort of hypothetically announce someone, but then not actually do it.
Voices in your head.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, also they updated. I think he got his updated, and CM Punk cult of personality got updated as well. So everyone's like, "Oh, he's coming back," but they do that all the time. We'll see. Well, this is an okay episode of Raw. More stuff happened. What was your favorite part of Raw this week?
Probably just the animosity. Just there, I wouldn't say a specific moment. Just they've been doing a really good job the past couple of weeks building up for that. I don't give a fuck if CM Punk comes back or not. We're getting WarGames. We're getting Randy Orton, most likely. Just the way they've been building up the men's WarGames match, man, is pretty good.
I also want to mention too, for the women's WarGame match, we can vote online for who has the advantage.
Yeah.
Who did you vote for?
I think who did I vote for?
I voted for Damage Control.
Did we vote for Damage Control?
No.
Oh no, we voted for the other. I think because for me, like I'm over the good.
I voted for damage
Heels-
control.
Yeah, I know. I like damage. I trust me. I want them to win the match, damage control, but I just feel like the heels always get the advantage. Have one match, have the good guys get the advantage for
Right.
one time, and like it doesn't mean they have to win, but we'll think of the advantage. So you like the animosity, the tension coming up to Survivor Series. For me,
Yeah.
I don't really know what I liked this week. I guess them getting ready to reveal Randy Orton was kind of cool because I thought he was going to come out. I was excited
Oh,
about
hell yeah.
him coming out. It's going to be really cool. I'm going to pop hard when he does come out. But with that, we have covered this episode of Raw. We're on the road to Survivor Series. We got SmackDown. We will be dropping predictions. I will let everybody know, full disclosure here. My internet service is pretty lackey over here, so it's going to take some time for stuff to come out. So bear with me, friends and followers and everybody else. With that, Christian, thank you for joining me. I put your handle on, but you can still tell us where people can find you.
Same thing. Just follow me on Twitter, Chris Morales 21.
Chris House 21. Dude, you got everybody on fire on there. You got people blocking you and shit. I purposely just want to go on there to see.
I mean, I don't. It's not that I say anything stupid or like crazy for them to block me. I'm not like saying anything personal, obviously. Like I just say fucking like I said he looked like Johnny Sins as a joke. People were hating on me because I'm a big Jim Cornette guy. Hulk Hogan, I'm surprised he didn't block me. Because like I don't know, I said something about his like it's not that I like it's just like when I say like, oh, I don't like this, like I don't like that you did this, like they get like butthurt. Like Danhausen, like he blocked me the other day.
And it's like, who's that? Danhausen's from AEW.
Oh, you told
Fucking corny ass little
like a
bitch.
nobody kind of. I mean, that's the thing. I feel like a lot of these wrestlers have to. Like, it's dumb that they block people. I mean, they go to these wrestling shows and they get booed in their face. I mean, I don't understand. Yeah. Well, they get like I can feel like Adam Pearce being like, oh my god, I don't want any pornography related to me, especially if little kids watch it. Like they're like pussies. Like they get like, but it's like then WWE needs to decide, like, are you PG or are you going to be more adult related? Some people can handle it, some can't. And Adam Pearce can't handle it, I guess. Interesting.
Like, yeah, it's just no. All I said was he looked like Johnny Sins. As a joke. I meant it as a joke. I meant it to have
Adam Pearce, I'm sorry, it was a joke.
I thought he had to. I'm not sorry. I thought he'd have some sense of humor. Like it was a joke. I guess he must get that a lot. But with Danhausen, he blocked me because I called him boring. Fucking
yes.
The only person that I generally understand that had a good reason that I maybe shouldn't have said was Ryback, because I said he has a supply line called GTS, and I said, dude, if you're so fucking obsessed with Punk, why don't you just like jerk? Like I went off on Ryback. I was like, your obsession with Punk is so stupid. Every other post is about CM Punk. So yeah, that might be. But other than that, like it's just they don't have sense of humor. Like, yeah, that's it. Like it's not. I'm not saying anything stupid, personal jokes like Adam Pearce looking like Johnny Sins. Like it's not like it's I don't know.
I feel like they would
not bad.
It's silly that they're being extra over the computer, but it's okay. There's some people that like you, Natalia, and it's okay. I mean, not everybody.
Yeah, Natalia's cool.
Natalia's cool as fuck. I mean, it's not always.
The only thing I said to Natalia was I liked her reels, and she gave me a heart. I was like, oh.
Let me tell you, when Trish Stratus, I get it. But all right, with that, we're gonna get ready to watch SmackDown in a little bit. We got our predictions coming up. Oh, something fun we have. Christian, I haven't told you about this yet.
Go ahead.
But hopefully, I'm putting Ant to the task. You and I, if it works, are going to have a game of WWE Jeopardy.
Okay.
All right. Now, I'm not going to know the questions because he's going to do it while I'm not around. You won't
So
know.
he's like he'll be like the host.
He'll be the host, reading the questions
Okay.
and all that fun stuff, and we'll answer for fun.
Cool. I'm
Well,
down to do that.
hopefully Sunday he can get that done for me, but who knows? With that, I want you all, if you don't have any last words,
No, thanks for having me, dude. Appreciate it. I'm back on the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. It's been a long time, but happy to be back here.
yes, sir. Happy to have you back 100%. A lot of the fans are obviously, you're getting a lot of views on our last video there. With that, stay safe and stay uncensored.